2050. Right. Can you quickly give me answer again? The faster you all give me answers, the faster we can go. Then I know you all know it. Economic growth is usually measured by the annual percentage change in what? How do we measure economic growth? Repeated again and again and again. We look at what case? We look at the nominal GDP or real GDP. That's the more correct one to look at economic growth. We look at real GDP growth case. GDP on constant prices. Real GDP. Okay. So real GDP, or we say GDP at constant prices. Now, nominal GDP, another name is current prices. Okay, current prices, not this. Okay, now, right. 47. In a hypothetical economy, if the number of people classified as unemployed is 50,000 and the number of people classified employed is 450. You unemployment rate. How do you find unemployment rate? Number of people unemployed divided by your labor force. How many are unemployed? 50,000. Can you quickly tell me how much is my labor force here, Lamai? They have not given labor force, but you should know labor force is the addition of what and what? Employed and unemployed. So labor force is 500,000. So 50 out of the 500,000 are unemployed. So how much is that as a percentage? That's a 10%, right? Answer 2. 48. It has been reported that over the last 10 years, the Gini coefficient of a particular country has risen from 0.45 to 0.65. Which of the following will likely cause that change? Right. Tell me, has the income distribution become equal or unequal? 0.45 became 0.65 income distribution. Income distribution become more unequal, right? There is more income inequality. Right. So then can you tell me which of this can cause income inequality? Market power in the factor and output market has increased. So market power in the sense, maybe more and more monopolies have come. Right now they are very dominant, maybe. Okay. Labor market discrimination has been eliminated. So there was discrimination earlier, right? Maybe like females, maybe certain ethnic groups, right? They were discriminated. They were paid low wages. Now they have eliminated that. So that's a good thing. No? That won't make the income distribution unequal. That would make it more and more equal, right? If there is discrimination eliminated, it will make it equal. So not this. Third one, distribution of wealth and property has become equitable. Now remember, we are talking about Gini coefficient. Gini coefficient, can you talk about wealth and property? No, wealth is something, Gini coefficient, income is something, right? You can't talk about this. The vast majority of adults have achieved at least a pass in the advanced level. So if most of the people have passed the advanced level, what will that help? That means everyone can earn an income now, no? So that would have helped with the income becoming more equal, right? If all of you all pass A levels, all of you all can find jobs, right? So you all also will now start earning, no? So the income disparity can come down. So we are looking at something that has made it more unequal, okay? So number 5, tax system has become more progressive. If the tax system becomes progressive means you charge high taxes from the rich people, you know? So then also don't you think the income inequality would have fallen? If the tax system became more progressive, you charge bigger taxes from the rich people. Would have, right? So which one of your answers causes the income to become more unequal? Number 1, that is market power. Market power in the factor and output market. So there has been some firms who have become monopolies. They have market power. So they have become so big, they've got richer and richer and richer. Those owners and all have got richer and richer and richer. Some people are still there small. Small business owners and all of them, they are losing. So income inequality has increased. That would have caused the Gini coefficient to go from here to here. Third one, distribution of wealth. Yes, based on the Gini coefficient, you can't talk about wealth, guys. Gini coefficient looks at how is the income of the country distributed with the total population. Income is like your salary and the GDP. Wealth is different, guys. Wealth is how much of property you own, the gold, your bank balance, that is wealth. So you can't talk about wealth based on Gini coefficient. That's why number 3 is gone. Number 2, labor market discrimination eliminated. Now, labor market, if there, let's say they have a discrimination, let's say they have a discrimination for the ladies, right? Let's say in Sri Lanka for ladies, they pay low salaries. Okay. Now that discrimination has been eliminated. They have removed it. So what does that mean? That means now even the poor ladies, they also get a high amount of income, right? So that will reduce the income inequality. So which of these has increased the income inequality can be number 1. Is that clear? Questions, problems, issues? Fine. 48. Okay. Then we'll go to 49. Which of the following is most likely to reduce inequality in a country's distribution of income? Right? Again, connected to this one. No? What can you say, guys? Reduce the income inequality. Increase in the population growth. Population growth, I don't think will reduce income inequality. Vocational training for low skill workers can help, no? Low skill people are earning low salaries. Maybe if you can give them training and stuff, maybe they can earn a higher salary. So that can reduce the gap between the rich and the poor. Looks correct. Increase in the budget deficit, I don't think it will really help with income. Okay, there is a small connection with taxes and stuff, but you can't directly say. Then decrease in funding for training unemployed workers, that will make it more bad, right? Let's say unemployed workers are anyway the poor fellow. If you decrease the amount of funding for their training, they will become even poor. That will increase the inequality. Imposing a regressive tax. No, if you impose a progressive tax, would have been good. Regressive means low income earners have to pay a higher percentage. So regressive tax will again make it more unequal. So which of this will reduce inequality? Maybe number 2, vocational training for the low skilled workers. So your argument is low skilled workers means they are earning low, right? So not learning, they are earning low income. So because they are earning low income, if you give them training, what can happen? Their income can increase. So when their income increases, they are small people, guys. As a result, gap between the rich and the poor can fall. Income inequality can be reduced. Is that okay? 49. 2. 48 and 49 is being tested from the same area. Okay. Right. Last question. The tremendous increase in imports and exports that has occurred globally over the last few decades has been primarily caused by what? Now, last few 20-30 years, global trade has increased because of what reason? Now, more imports, exports, removal of non-tariff barriers in most countries, increased interest in protectionism in most countries, rapidly declining transport and communication costs, decrease in wages in developing countries, shifts in political authority away from central planning. What do you think has been the reason for global trade to increase? Like countries importing, exporting, right? What do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one? Others? I have different answers from different people. Looks like number 3, right? International trade. So remember, some of you will tell me number 1, removal of non-tariff barriers. Just because you remove non-tariff barriers, do you think international trade? Non-tariff barriers are quotas and stuff. But while removing those, what if you put big tariff barriers? What if you put huge import duties and all of those? So, but why has global trade now? Why do you think earlier when countries used to produce with themselves, now why do you think USA is producing all their goods in China, Thailand, Vietnam, and then getting it back to their country and sending it all over abroad? Because it has been very cheap, right? Communication is cheap, right? Transport is cheap. So because of all of those reasons, you can give in this, right? So you can give in answer number 3, guys. What about 5? Moving from central planning to this thing, you can't directly say that that's the main reason for increase in imports and exports, right? Maybe it would have helped, but they're asking you cost primarily by Now, even number 1 is somewhat correct. If you remove non-tariff barriers, it will help in the correct. but they are asking you primarily the main reason for imports and exports to increase or international trade to increase. The fall in transport and communication. Now, just think as earlier communicating. Think 20 years ago, if you had a company abroad, how can you communicate? Right? There wouldn't have been telephone lines and all of that also, right? So now what happened? Now you can easily have a Zoom meeting, or transporting is easy. You can fly today, and in the next 5 years, 5 hours, you can be in another country, right? All of that has developed. So because those falling in cost in transport and communication. Now, why do you think, guys? Now think, where is US and where is China? Now world map, think of the other side also. It's a globe, no? Till far, right? Why do you think US is producing all of that in China? So why do you think they're producing stuff in Thailand? Why is it still cheaper for them? Now, because producing in Thailand, Vietnam, means they have to transport it back to their country. It's still more cheaper for them because transport cost and all of that has gone down now. Okay, so therefore, number 3. Past decades, anyway, most countries have been away from central planning. Yes, correct. Okay, that's the primary reason. Okay, look at and see how much do you all get, guys. 2015. We had lesser questions, no? We had started from 46. We had 5 questions. How much out of the 5? 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. 5 out of 5. At least 3. You should be okay. Okay.